On the first day of school, Ms. Luna places 9 orange, 7 blue, and 8 purple pencils. Right away, I'm making a list. I've got 9 orange, 7 blue, 8 purple on each of her 24 desks. As the students arrive, she randomly assigns them a desk. What is the probability that the first student assigned a desk will have an orange pencil? So probability means you're writing a fraction. It's the number of oranges there are over the total number of pencils. You're going to have to simplify, and that'll give you your answer. If you get the answer and you're having trouble simplifying, we can talk about a trick with the butterfly method to see what fractions are equal. Something you learned back in 3rd grade. Number 2 says apples cost $2.25 per pound. Which equation best represents y, the total cost of x pounds of apples? X is pounds. $2.25 per pound. Per means you are going to multiply or divide. X times $2.25. Number 3, a submarine is moving at a constant rate toward the surface of the ocean. The equation y equals 45x minus 800. I don't like that written on 2 different lines. I'm going to rewrite it. 45. Ooh. Maybe I'll rewrite it. Maybe I'll just make it a mess. Y equals 45x minus 800. Can be used to represent the situation where y is the depth of the submarine in meters below the sea level, and x is the number of minutes. I'm going to make that note there, minutes. The submarine has been moving towards the surface of the ocean. Okay, so the first thing I see is 45 is multiplied by minutes. So you need to go through and check every single answer choice for which number is being multiplied. Multiplying words are each, per, every, right? These are the words that tell us to multiply. Times. 45 needs to be multiplied by minutes. So go through and cross out anything that has the wrong number being multiplied. So if you see what I see 800 meters per minute, 800 meters per minute, 45 meters per minute, and 45 meters per minute. Which ones are the 45 being multiplied by minutes? Right? C and D. A and B are wrong. Now the second part I see is this negative 800, minus 800. So this is where it gets a little confusing. Read C and D and see what the difference is between the two answer choices. Do you see the words ascending and descending? Now, descending makes you think it should be negative 800, but it's not the 800 that's descending. This says descending 45, and this says ascending 45. So ascending is positive. It's going up. Descending is negative. It's going down. The 45 is the ascending or descending. If you read the story, are we going up or are we going down? If we are moving towards the surface. Number 4, Martin has a collection of celebrity autographs. The table shows the number of autographs of each celebrity by category. Martin selects an autograph at random based on the information in the table. Which statement is true? These are the ones where you have to go through every answer choice and write the numbers on top of the answer choice. A says the autograph drawn is more likely to be a sports figure. What's the number for sports figure? 8. Then all the other autographs. Is that true? Is 8 more than all the others? So A is not true. You're going to have to go through and write the number for the answer choices. Number 5 is good. First you need to write it in numbers. What do you have on this side? You have X's. How many? 2. And then you have, what are these? 4. Are they positive or negative? Positive, right? And then on this side, what do you have? 12. Now when you do this, make sure you give yourself room. Don't do it here. Start with the subtracting or adding first, and then the multiplying or dividing. The 15 students, hang on, let me get my hand. The 15 students on the student council want to raise $283.17 for spirit ribbons. They have already raised $92.67. If each student raises the same amount, how much more money would each student need to raise? How much more means you're going to subtract. Each student means you are going to multiply or divide. So if they already have 92, they don't need to raise that. So you need to subtract that from the $283 they need. And then you need to know how many each student needs to raise. Number 7, which can be classified as an integer but not as a whole number. Integers are whole numbers and negative whole numbers. No fractions, no decimals. Number 8, you have to remember that triangles equal what? 180. So we're going to start here. 2x plus 3x minus 10 plus 50 all has to equal 80. Now this is the part I tell you we don't teach it to you this year. We don't teach it to you till next year, but we expect you to do it this way. We're going to combine like terms. So 10 and 50 are just plain numbers. What's negative 10 plus 50? Positive 40, right? So we have 40. We still have 180. Over here we have 2x and 3x. So how many x's do I have altogether? 5. Now this is what you're going to do to solve x. Number 9 says a number cube was rolled 20 times. The results are shown in the frequency table below. Based on these results, what is the experimental probability that the next time the number cube is rolled, it will land on a number greater than 3? Here's the trick. When we see number cube, we're like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But they've already rolled it. It's an experiment. You have to use what they have. Now we know it was rolled 20 times, so that's your bottom number. Your top number is how many are greater than 3. 4, 5, and 6 are greater than 3. So you're going to need to add all of these together for your top number. Then you'll probably have to simplify to get the answer. Number 10 says there are 40 houses in the neighborhood. Company X provides the electricity to 1/8 of the houses. Company Y provides the electricity to 2/5 of the houses. And Company Z provides the electricity to the remaining houses. Remaining usually means subtraction, guys. In this neighborhood, Company Z provides electricity to, we need to find out how many houses. So first, let's find out how many X and Y. So you're going to have to add 1/8 plus 2/5 first. You need a common denominator. If you look at all your 8s, and you look at all your 5s, the first number they both have in common is 40. How do I go from 8 to 40? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 8 times 5 is 40. 1 times 5 is 5. And from 5 to 40, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 5 times 8, 2 times 8. 5 plus 16 is 21 out of 40. Now that's how many X and Y provide, is 21 houses. So how many does Company Z provide? That's the subtraction part. Remaining means subtract. It's super easy to get excited and circle 21. Don't let them trick you. Number 11 says, what is the solution set for -3 minus 6 is greater than or equal to 9? So one of the first things remember, inequalities are exactly the same as equations, except you have to look at the number with the letter. If it is negative, your sign is going to switch directions. If it is positive, you leave it alone. It's negative, so at the end, your sign should be facing away from the P. The alligator is not going to eat the letter. So right away, I can cross off 2 of these answer choices because the alligator is not eating the P. Then you have to solve it like regular. You're going to cut it in 2, add 6 to both sides, and then you're going to divide by -3, and that's when you flip this sign. A movie theater surveyed random sample of guests to determine which of the 2 movie snacks they prefer. The results of the survey are shown below. Popcorn is preferred by 28 movie guests. Candy is preferred by 11. Based on the results of the survey, about how many of 130 movie guests can be expected to prefer candy? Predict or expect means proportion. Sorry, I circled that, I couldn't read it. We need to know how many out of 130 want candy. So candy's on top and our total's on bottom. In real life, what really happened is right here. So what's the number for candy? 11. out of your total. How many total guests did they talk to? Is it 28? Is it 2? You're going to have to add those up. 28 plus 11